Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Santagato, millennial here. Today we are going to be rating some Gen Z trends, finding out a little bit more about the forgotten generation. I don't know if forgotten's the right word. Picked on? I don't know. Bringing parents to job interviews? Are you guys doing that? You're bringing your parents to job interview? Hello? A recent study indicates that as much as 25% of Generation Z job applicants have brought a parent with them to a job interview in the past year. That is way too high. Another 13% admit to having their parents complete their human resources screening calls. Why? I think if you need to bring your parents to the job interview, you lost the job. I will say in the past, I have shown up to a job interview with my friends, but to be fair, I didn't know that I was being interviewed for a job. So I just pulled up and I had two of my boys with me. And afterwards, I got hired and they were asking me, like, who was that? You're like, your henchman? I was like, that was just my boy. Like, I didn't know it was a job interview. I thought you guys just wanted to chat. So maybe it's accidental in that way. I don't know, but it's kind of crazy. We have a graphic here that we can look at. During job interviews, employers say recent college graduates have struggle with eye contact. More than half struggle with eye contact, which is interesting. That's kind of like my dog. Like, my dog won't look at me in the eye for some reason. Sometimes, like not all the time, but like definitely when I'm naked, he won't look at me. It's like he knows. 50% ask for unreasonable compensation. That's fire. Honestly, shoot your shot. That's a generation of shoot your shot. 47%, let's just round that up to half, dressed inappropriately. What does that mean? You're coming from the club and being like, what's up? Did I get it? 27% use inappropriate language. I think that's fine. I don't care. Like, oh, you said fuck in the job interview? Who fucking cares, dude? That's a boomer issue there. It's like, well, he said shit in the job interview. Fuck you. 21% refuse to turn on camera during a virtual interview. That's awesome. I love that. No, I actually will not let you see me. That's because they're like hitting a bong. That's why. And then 19% brought a parent to their interview. That is fucking crazy. Everything else on here pales in comparison to bringing your parent to a fucking job interview. That is not. I'm trying to picture asking my father to come with me to a job interview and how that would go. And I believe that would have ended with capital punishment. Staying in more than going out. Members of Gen Z are living more reclusive lives than previous generations. As reported by The Guardian, 71% of Gen Z members go out less. This is a major change from previous generations known for their party culture. There is especially a reluctance to clubbing culture and having to pay a lot for good times. Gee, I wonder why they're fucking going out less. Maybe it's because milk is $11. How much do you think the Jack and Cokes are? We're getting up to 18. Who the fuck can afford that? It's insane. Okay? When I was around party age like that, places had penny beers and shit. Dollar beers. So there was like things like that. Now it's like, oh, it's happy hour. The beers are $8. And I'm like, what? $8? I remember going to baseball games and the beers were $8. Oh my God, I'm 1,000 years old. I'm doing that. Constantly creating new slang words and phrases. I don't think that's exclusive to Gen Z. That's everybody. Everyone makes slang terms. Greg's going to test me. Do you have the answers for you over there? Zesty. That just means like flamboyant, like gay. I mean, that's like the Gen Z version of when we were growing up and I was like, yo, you're being gay or something, you know? Not that it's like offensive, but like brat. Oh man. So I think brat, I know that it's an album. Charlie XCX's album. It was called Brat. I believe that was who it was. But I think this just means like a princess, like you're like some princess behavior type shit. A term coined by Charlie XCX. Bro, I'm fucking with it, bro. I'm basically like 22 years old. Describes a person, often female, who is genuine, self-possessed, non-conforming, with a rebellious streak. I mean, I was way off. That's not what I was saying at all. Aura points. That's basically like swag, like for us. Like if you have aura, it's like you have like a presence about you. That one we don't need to check. I just nailed that. Very demure. Is that like classy? It's like a classy, like you're classy. You know what I mean? I've seen the videos. Beige flag. I mean, it's not a green flag and it's not a red flag. So a beige flag, I'm assuming, is just kind of like a very neutral, like just a thing. I don't know. Oh, a beige flag, you're just like a boring fucking, just got nothing special. The example they give here is his alphabetized bookshelf is a beige flag. Caught in 4K. I mean, that's just because now we got more cameras. It's caught red-handed, basically. You know what I mean? What the fuck did that one mean? Caught in 4K makes way more sense. Delulu? Yeah, that means just delusional. It's usually just about like shit that you think about yourself. Like, oh, I'm delulu about like I'm just like fucking the greatest person in the world, and like you kind of know it's not true, but you're like, I'm delusional. I'm just like rocking with that. Granola? This is a slang term, or is it just oat? Granola, I have no idea. I've never heard anyone use that before. I mean, I would assume it was just like you're boring. A person who is environmentally aware enjoys the outdoors. I'm granola? Am I environmentally aware? I enjoy the outdoors. Heme. I have heard this one, but I don't know what it is. My guess, though, is that it's like similar to like when you're like, I'm him. I don't know what it means. Embracing sobriety and rejecting binge drinking. Gen Z has gained recognition for limiting their alcohol consumption. Around a third of people aged 18 to 24 do not drink alcohol at all. But those who do tend to drink do so primarily as a treat, to relax, or to mark a special occasion. Not to binge drink or drink consistently throughout a week. Yeah, I mean that's healthy. That's a good one. I mean, I would put this at like this is a 10 out of 10. Trend. I think it's good. Maybe drinking becomes, like our cigarettes. I feel like our generation, we're not smoking cigarettes at all. And I wonder if like the generation above us were like, what the fuck? Cigarettes are fire. Constantly labeling everything and making new aesthetics. Some examples, please define them. Oh, here we go. Baby girl. I've been told that I'm baby girl mad times. People are like, oh, Joe's so baby girl, because I like, whenever I just like look up and smile, people are like, oh, he's like, I don't even know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing. Goblin core? What the fuck is this? Lord of the Rings? Goblin core. Is this like, this doesn't have to do with makeup, right? Maybe goblin core is like if you're like a short little mean girl or something. I don't know. But like when I think of goblins, I think of like 4.5 foot tall. All right, 5 foot tall and like a mean and just mean. Like a goblin's mean, no? Or scary? Goblin core is an internet aesthetic and subculture inspired by the folklore of goblins. All right, got that. Figured that part out. Centered on the celebration of natural ecosystems usually considered less beautiful by conventional norms. I don't even know what that means. Oh, so this is like you want to dress like Frodo Baggins. Sure. You know what I mean? Goblin core. It's like you want to dress like a mossy stump. This is like an elf aesthetic to me. This is more like you're elven. You know what I mean? Actually, elves. What is this? Also, goblin core is a crazy name for this. Girl dinner. This one I know because I girl dinner sometimes. But a girl dinner is just like not dinner. It's definitely not a meal. It's like, all right, I'll have like a protein shake and a banana. And like, that's my girl dinner. Yeah, like 2 potato chips and then like, 4 carrots and coffee. Like that's what you're having for breakfast or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a girl dinner. All right, what the fuck is this? Coastal grandmother. I have no idea what that could possibly mean. Coastal grandmother? Oh, is this like an aesthetic we're talking about, right? So this is like an old, like you would dress like an old woman, but she's rich and she lives in Malibu. Diane Keaton. Yeah. That one movie where she's in the Hamptons and her and Jack Nicholson are mad horny. See, like she's on a rowboat. I fuck with that. See, I like this, but I don't like it that much actually. Now that I'm looking at it. You would take Goblin Core or Coastal Grandmother? No, I'm taking the Coastal Grandmother. The Goblin Core is like your clothes are like homemade and shit, and I'm not into that. But this I like. It can look good for sure. The Coastal Grandmother. I mean, whoever coined that one, that's a D- for me. But, yeah, I mean, maybe you're labeling a little too much. Goblin Core and Coastal Grandmother, whoever's making up these names sucks. I maybe don't disagree with that. These things maybe need a name, but, like, the names are trash. All right, before we continue with this video, we do have a sponsor for today, and that is Prize Picks, okay? Prize Picks is going to make your Sundays with the NFL a lot more fun because you could play Prize Picks, all right? And all you have to do is play against these projections that they make, okay? It's just picking more or less than your projections. For example, Jared Goff for more than 230 passing yards and Saquon Barkley for more than 1 touchdown, okay? So that's all you have to do. Or you could say less. You could say Jared Goff is going to have less than 230 passing yards, so that you put that. Or you're like, maybe Saquon Barkley isn't going to score, so less than 1 touchdown. And you can win up to 100 times your money by just as little as 4 picks. So that's all you have to do. And it's a lot of fun. So it's easy to understand. There's a lot more people can play it. And it's not just NFL. You could do it with the NBA, the NHL, WNBA, whatever sports are kind of currently active at that time, you can make these lineups with. So it's a lot of fun, and you could download the app today and use the code Santagato to get $50 instantly when you play a $5 lineup. That's all you have to do. So if you play that $5 lineup, they will instantly put $50 in your account when you use that code Santagato. Okay, that is spelled Santagato. Don't mess it up. But yeah, go download Prize Picks and have a lot of fun with the sports. And so download the app today, use that code Santagato, and get $50, okay, instantly when you play a $5 lineup. It's a lot of fun. Enjoy. We also have Aura frames. Aura frames are awesome, okay? These are picture frames that are digital, and you can upload videos and pictures to them, and they're constantly playing the entire time, okay? And there's an app that you can constantly be uploading pictures and videos to, so it's a great gift for the holidays. Maybe your parents miss you, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to get them an Aura frame, and you can just keep constantly updating them in your life via this frame. So you can put pictures from your trips or videos of your kids or whatever it is for grandma and grandpa to watch, okay? I'm sure they have it on their nightstand or by the TV, and it's like a little show that's always playing in their life. Or you can get it for your lover, okay, and just put pictures of you when you guys first met, and now, you know, and just like this whole timeline, so it's constantly playing, reminding you and her of your love, or you and him, or whatever the combination is, now that I'm thinking about it. But you can go check it out right now for a limited time. Visit auraframes.com and get $45 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using the promo code Joe at checkout. That's Aura, AURA, frames.com, and the promo code is Joe. This exclusive Black Friday Cyber Monday deal is their best deal of the year. So don't miss out. Terms and conditions may apply. But it's a great gift for the holidays. If you're having trouble buying for people, this is an easy one. Get them a frame that you can, or they can just put their own stuff in it. It's an awesome gift for anybody, okay? Auraframes.com. Use the code Joe at checkout and get that $45 off, okay? Enjoy. Micromancing. Micromance is a combination of micro and romance. Consists of simple gestures to show that you care. A majority of singles surveyed, 86%, said that micromance behaviors such as sending memes, sharing a playlist, or having inside jokes is the new way to show affection instead of grand gestures of romance. This one is like completely out of control. Guys, you're describing dating. Like that's there's already a word. This isn't micro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like iPhone, iPad, microman. Like, guys, it's enough. Micromancing, it's fucking dating. That's it. Have you guys micromanced? We're not dating yet, but we're micromancing pretty heavily right now. What the fuck? Maybe the reason why there's so many labels and whatever, so that people feel like they're doing stuff. Guys, you're just doing the things that everyone else was doing, and now you're giving it a new name. The only issue that I have with this thing, it says sending memes, sharing a playlist, or having inside jokes is the new way to show affection instead of grand gestures. What'd you think that our generation was doing? You think I was pulling up to someone's house with a radio and blasting her fucking favorite song? I was poking her on fucking Facebook, dude. That's what I was doing. I was poking her on Facebook. And then I was ignoring her when I saw her in person. That's how you micromance back in the day. Yo, having inside jokes with someone is just liking them. It's just liking and being in their company and being friends. And like, that's all it is. Micromance. Jesus. Quiet quitting your job. I'm a huge fan of this. I will be honest with you. I'm a huge fan of the quiet quitting. And if this is something that Gen Z created, kudos. Quiet quitting refers to doing the minimum requirements of one's job and putting in no more time, effort, or enthusiasm than absolutely necessary until ultimately getting let go. I think it's a genius way to quit a job. I'm an idiot. So when I was younger, I wasn't quiet quitting. I was very loudly quitting. And but not quitting. So I just wouldn't go. And then eventually they'd call me and be like, are you coming back? And I'm like, no. And they're like, okay. And like, that's how I did it. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times my grandma fell down in my life just to not go to job that day. Go to job. What am I saying? But yeah, quiet quitting. I mean, it's honestly genius. If you plan on just like not, if you wanted to quit your job, take the free paycheck, especially if it's a remote job. Just don't do it. If you get fired, you're supposed to get severance. If you work a job like that, I would quiet quit. I'd be like, bro, do what you want. Freak matching. When you say you want someone to match your freak, you're wanting someone to go day by day with you and do the things that you love doing, but together. It's not sexual. Things can include having great coffee, a workout, tanning, taking a shower, and then watching Sex in the City in cute pajamas. Guys, you're not matching freak. That's having things in common. This is micromancing. It's just living life. Yeah, it's just like, well, we got coffee, so he's matching my freak. We matched freak at the coffee shop. And we're not really dating yet. We're micromancing at the coffee shop while we are matching freaks. We're finding out if our freaks match by micromancing. And maybe one day we'll get to dating. It's getting a little ridiculous now. Wait, what the fuck? It says it's not sexual. Things can include having a great coffee, a workout, tanning, taking a shower. You're taking a shower with someone, and it's not sexual. That's an interesting one, Gen Z. I love that, like, the word freak is like used to describe like something like crazy, that like, what the hell, like you're a freak, like something that's not like something abnormal. And now it's just become like, match my freak. Like, I like going to get coffee, and if you like going to get coffee, whoa. Women using men to find men. Nearly 1/3 of single women surveyed that they're more open about their dating lives with their male friends than they used to be. Among women, 22% said that they asked their male friends to vet potential dates, and 54% rely on men in their lives to offer advice and insight on men's dating behavior by debriefing them immediately after a date. That's interesting. I think that's cool and probably a good way to go about it. That's nice. Our generation was not doing this at all. I think that people probably still are under the assumption that like men and women cannot be friends, you know, and maybe where our generation is just horny as hell. I have no idea why. But, you know, I think this is a smart way to go about it. You know what I mean? 1/3 of single women, they're more open to talking about their dating lives with their male friends, as you should be. If you have friends, you should be able to talk about your dating lives with them. You know, I think that it makes sense too. As the years go on, men are more in touch with their feminine side, and like, for lack of a better way of saying this, but like seeing women as people and not just like sex objects. I'm not saying that still doesn't go on, but I think that there's less and less of that as the years go on. So it makes a platform for this to happen, where women are like, oh, okay, I can talk to this guy. He's going to give me good advice without me feeling like this guy is just trying to touch my tits or something. You know what I mean? Shitting on millennials. Talking shit about skinny jeans. I mean, yeah. Talking shit about skinny jeans, middle parts, working for corporations, and everything else they have made us feel bad about. Working for corporations. Is that something that Gen Z is making? Yeah. So Gen Z apparently is shitting on millennials for working for corporations, going that route, and just being like, oh, you got to work up the corporate ladder and like hate my job and my family and my wife and everything, which, you know, is warranted, but it's probably not good to be doing that. And then 20% of you are bringing your parents to job interviews. That's not a good sign. Like, you know, I don't know much about Gen Z or like the workforce or anything like that. I mean, I do think that they're warranted in making fun of skinny jeans, because that, I'm so glad, came and went. Wasn't really my look. But yeah, I mean, listen, Gen Z, I don't have a lot of complaints about Gen Z. Because I haven't really looked. I don't really know what's going on. I'm kind of like in the middle there. Like, maybe if I was like 37, I would have more complaints about Gen Z, because boomers would say the same shit about us, where it's like, yo, you guys don't want to work, you guys don't, you know, whatever. And I know that a lot of people say that about Gen Z also. Yeah, my job is like social media stuff, so I'm kind of like clued in a little more, and like, you know, I have one of those fake jobs, so like people, boomers are probably like, they don't, you know, my dad still calls me and is like, are you still making money from that? I'm like, Dad. So I get I get that whole thing. I will say, I mean, I live in New York City, and sometimes when I'm like in the Lower East Side or whatever, and it's a Tuesday and it's, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, there is a lot of Gen Z just hanging out, just walking around. And I'm like, I don't know how you guys are living in this city and just walking around on a Tuesday, to be honest. Like, it's not even like you're in the coffee shop posted up working on your laptop. You're just kind of walking around. But they're making money somehow. I don't know how it's working, but people are making money out there. Anyway, that is all for this week's video. Gen Z, get it together, all right? As far as it goes to job interviews, you know what I mean? Dress nice. Leave your fucking parents at home, and everything should be fine. I don't think that you guys are useless or anything like that. Don't let anyone tell you that, even though, people probably will, but it's fine. Enough with the labeling and the micromancing and all this shit. It's called dating. It's called having things in common. But that is all for this week's video. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.